Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. My name's Mickey. This is my lovely partner, Evyatar, and we're going to be talking about our journey into getting into ketosis and sharing with you guys a little bit of a grocery haul. So I've been doing the keto diet for about 6 months now. I was not consistent with it for the entire 6 months. Kind of started for 2 months. I heard about the benefits of the keto diet through him actually, and I was just initially excited about the weight loss benefits. I had to go on a trip to Mexico. I had 3 weeks to lose about like 15 pounds, and then within my first week into keto, I lost 8 pounds, and so I was really excited. I stayed on the keto diet for about 2 months until I went traveling a little bit with my team, and I went to Tony Robbins, and we moved to different apartments, and we had all this stuff going on, so I wasn't consistent with it. I was in and out of ketosis, but for the last 2 months, I've been super consistent with it, having cheat days here and there, but mostly staying in ketosis. Now, you've been wanting to do the keto diet with me for a while, but you just got started 4 days ago. What has been your experience so far?
Well, first of all, it's been interesting. I eat a lot less, which is surprising as it is, and I find myself satiated faster. I'm still not sure how it's gonna feel when I'm very active, like I run long distances. So I still need to be feeling comfortable in ketosis for a long period of time before I feel like I can say that I'm settled in this new diet. It's all new to me. I was eating like any other person, I'm guessing, and so the feeling is kind of different. I kind of feel different. I carry myself more lightly, and I've already lost something like 3 kilos. I don't weigh myself every second, so about 4 kilos, and I've only been doing it for the 4th day, so that's pretty interesting and intense. I wasn't expecting that.
So we've been using the meal plan on dietdoctor.com. There's a free 2-week challenge on there. So if you don't know like how to get into ketosis and all that information, there's so much information on dietdoctor.com. I highly suggest getting their free membership and even continuing on with their membership just because they make it really as simple as possible. In the beginning, I would say it's pretty all-consuming, right? It takes a lot of time to plan your meals, to understand what you need to eat. Just like anything new that you're starting, there does require some research, but if you put in the time, and I suggest starting there, it can be a lot easier. So we've just been following that meal plan and then using MyFitnessPal tracker app to track our macros and make sure that we're eating the right amount of foods. So the last month or so, I wasn't tracking any of my macros when I first got into ketosis, and I kind of plateaued with my weight loss in the last month or so, and one day I decided, hey, what the heck, I'm going to track my macros. And I realized I was overeating about 1,000 calories a day, and that's why I wasn't seeing any benefits. So that's why we started tracking our macros. It's not something that's necessary, but if you feel like you're not getting anywhere, if you're not feeling any of the weight loss benefits of the diet, I highly suggest tracking your macros just for a little bit until you get back into ketosis. I know that you've never tracked your macros before.
I've never done any diet, really, ever. I'm a very active guy, and I kind of always went with it, with whatever felt right. And this is the first time I'm doing a full-on diet or a regimen that controls what I eat. And I actually kind of enjoy submitting the recipes I use and whatnot, because normally I just cook whatever, and now I get to keep recipes that I liked, which is new to me too.
It's exciting.
Yep, very exciting.
So we're going to be sharing our grocery haul, what we got. We had a lot of the foods in the house already because I have been doing the diet, but we did stock up on some new things. So keep watching if you want to see that grocery haul. Okay, so Evyatar just got back with his first keto grocery haul, and we had a lot of the ingredients since I've been doing keto on and off for the last 6 months or so, so we only had to pick up a couple of things, but I just wanted to showcase the things that he got to stock up on. First things first, at the top, we've got some fresh spinach here. This is really good as far as low carb options in vegetables. And then frozen items. I love having frozen items. They're cheaper to do it this way, and they are usually frozen in its fresh peakness. So if something's not in season, this is a really good option and also affordable. All right, so the next thing we have chicken breast, just plain chicken breast. It's frozen. Defrost them to make a bunch of meals. Again, we're going to be doing the the 2-week challenge from dietdoctor.com. So everything that we're getting was on the meal plan for the 2-week challenge. Here's some ground beef. Did you have to look at
I did.
stuff for this?
The important thing is that I steer clear of all processed. So whenever I can, I read the labels, making sure that it's 100% meat, no added water, no added starch. Starch is a very important ingredient that they add to a lot of deli meat and a lot of meat in general. So these are both 100% either beef or chicken with no additives.
So nasty that you have to check for that stuff. You like assume that they don't add crap to your thing. All right.
Mind you, it took me like 3.5 hours today, which is 3 times more than it normally takes me to do grocery shopping. So because it's my first time and I was trying to pay attention to the carbs, the energy levels, the fat, everything, and I read labels of products that I do not know.
Sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds. They're really good. Did you compare labels on these, or are they all the same?
No, they're all the same.
All right, so that's that. 2 jars of mayo. Again, with mayo, I'm guessing you had to look for the sugar content and all that stuff.
Yeah, I did. Mayo has so much variety in it, sadly. This is the winner, not necessarily because it had the best values, but because it's palatable. We like this kind of mayo, and it was definitely not the worst mayo. It was a good one, good price point, and we like the flavor, so it's a winner.
Next up, sour cream. I love sour cream. You want to look for the highest fat, so he got 27% fat sour cream. Whenever you're buying dairy, you want to look for the highest fat possible. I know it's not intuitive at first because we come from a culture where everything low fat is supposed to be good for you, but with keto, you want to choose the highest fat option always. Coconut cream, make sure you're not buying coconut milk or coconut water. You want the cream, again, looking for the highest fat content. This one is 75% coconut, and then all the other stuff that is in Hebrew that I cannot. Next up, olive oil. We had olive oil, but I didn't like the taste of the olive oil that we had, so this is the kind that I usually have. It's an Israeli brand. I don't think that you'll be able to get it outside of Israel. And then this one, why'd you get this one?
Because it's an Israeli brand that might be good.
That I might like it.
Yeah.
All right, 2 options for me. Garlic powder, we were out of that, so this, garlic powder, onion powder.
I bought 2.
You bought 2, excellent. Great to have.
Yes.
Canned olives, this will be for you and for our daughter. Also, giant box of eggs. We go through eggs like crazy in this house, so if you're an egg lover, it's a really great form of protein, and I just really like the macros on it, and it's super quick and easy to make. I'm all about easy recipes, so that's why it's good to have a ton on hand. Cherry tomatoes. I have inflammation, so I don't eat tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, but they're a really good food. Just make sure that you're tracking these macros just because they are a higher carb vegetable, so make sure that you're limiting the amount that you're having and that they fit into your overall nutrition. Lettuce, very good. Leafy greens, it's a great source of carbohydrates and really low in them and tasty, obviously. Next, we've got some cabbage here. This is also really great low carb vegetable that you're going to want to put in your regular rotation.
And cabbage is another one of those very versatile vegetables, and it's very good for keto. So you can make anything from slow to cabbage steaks if you want, and you can do cabbage wrap instead of the normal tortilla chip or whatever you want.
Keto tacos.
It's keto tacos, exactly. And as you probably already know, I'm a cook. So yeah, it's very versatile, and that's why I bought it.
Parsley, this is great for flavoring. I'm not crazy about it, but I know it adds an extra freshness to it. I don't usually track this when I'm adding it because it's like so minimal. Got some fresh cauliflower. I love cauliflower. I make it into cauliflower rice. You can make cauliflower pizza. And just roasted cauliflower in general. I feel like it's just really tasty and one of my favorite items and really good for low carb vegetables. Also stocked up on some onions. These have a little bit more carbs as far as vegetables go, so use these minimally. It's not like a free-for-all vegetable. None of them really are, but it's good to have these on hand for flavor. All right, butter. This is like the staple of keto. We literally bought how many?
2 kilos.
2 kilos
4
of
pounds.
butter, so that's like around 4 pounds. of butter, just because both of us are gonna eat it. I love it. It makes everything super flavorful, and this is what satiates you with every meal. You like measure out your portions and you feel like it's not that much food, and then you eat 30, 50 grams of butter, which is like tablespoons of butter, and you are so full, there's literally no more room to eat. And it's like a happy full. I love it. And then lots and lots of cheese. This is literally like 2 pounds. Well, yeah.
No, it's like
2 or 3 pounds of cheese. This is just plain yellow cheese. Again, it's high fat, 28% fat cheese. I go through this like crazy. Whenever I'm hungry, I just snack on cheese. It's my go-to get full with fat meal.
So this is not the cheese that we so far had, and like I said, because I started keto, I had to check the labels, and apparently this cheese has lower protein, higher fat, and all in all better for keto purposes. The flavor, I know this cheese, I grew up on it. The flavors aren't really different, so if you're not attached to a specific brand, it's going to work in your favor, and you need to make it work in your favor by reading what is good for you, not necessarily what you are used to. And that's something that I think the amount of stuff that I bought today, I've never bought in my life. I've seen those products, never actually tried them. Now that I'm thinking about number 1 and number 2, or number 1 and number 2, whatever, I'm buying the better choices, surprising sometimes.
I also got some fresh broccoli. I love fresh broccoli. It's so, so good. And make sure that you're steaming these before you eat them so that you're actually activating the nutrients in them. Basil. Is this basil?
Yeah.
This is like the biggest thing of basil I've ever seen.
Until
awesome.
our little plant grows and we can milk it for the yummy, delicious basil.
Celery. Love celery. Kale, love kale. I usually like the other kind of kale that's like more prickly. They probably don't have it, but these are really good. I pretty much just make kale chips with these. Sprinkle a little bit of olive oil, nutritional yeast. It tastes like butter. Eggplant. These are really good to make like eggplant pizzas with, and it's just another really good low carb option. You can fry them and they taste really, really good fried too.
I'm actually gonna make baba ganoush with these, which is keto. So I'm gonna have a lot of mayo added to this, some garlic. Maybe we'll do it on the video, maybe not. Yep. I don't know.
Cucumbers, I love cucumbers. I slice them up and I use them as like little crackers, basically. Anything that I used to eat a cracker with, I now use cucumbers with, because then you still get that crunch and it's low carb and delicious. Some green onion for flavor. Frozen broccoli, again, really good, affordable way to get your carbs in, and it's good because you can always have it on hand and then it doesn't go to waste. And this is probably my favorite thing to eat on keto is salmon. You can eat this obviously not on keto, but for me it's really good for my inflammation. It's got high omega-3s in it, which is like the best thing you can do if you do suffer from arthritis or have inflammation in your body. This is like a really great natural source of omega-3s and anti-inflammatory agents. Last but not least, this is tuna. We bought tuna and water. I just really find that tuna and olive oil is usually the lowest quality olive oil there is out there, and as you can tell, I'm really picky about my flavor of olive oil, so it's just easier to buy the tuna in water and then add your own olive oil. That way you can make sure that you're eating a higher quality and you just like the flavor of the olive oil that they add to it. That's it for this video. Please let us know if you liked it. Let us know in the comments if you buy different things or if there are different things that you noticed when you switched to keto or are thinking about switching to keto. Please leave it in the comments below. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you keep following our keto journey.